For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. It's a bunch formation. The shotgun running play call. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back and coming up with that conversion.
And the Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
The Wolverines pick up enough yardage for a first down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, helping just with 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down play coming up. And the fullback takes a turn running the football. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Seventh play of the opening drive. They've moved it and now face a 3rd down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 25. And he scores. Touchdown, Wolverines. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Number 6 on me. Number 6, boy, big lineman, boy, robot, boy.
Try to make the play from deep in his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
I ain't even want to get sick the ball, but the audible, the way the audible set up, sick had to do the handoff.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? We'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Come on, 12.
Big gain. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Second down after that previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside
Big
give.
Big sick tough. I ain't gonna lie. He only probably got like 3 carries all year.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions.
Hey, we got to work with
it. Either give it when it's the right time or pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Damn, good play.
It's a short completion to the big tight end.
Come on, 2.
He's starting short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Never mind, ball. That's my fault. That's my fault, ball. That's my fault. That's my fault. That is my fault.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. It's a 4th down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
All day.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he's got it. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Wolverines are in the red zone. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. 4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw, and look at these yards.
Back in motion now.
Bro, why did it bug out like
losing 3 yards there.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution
that's not even the guy that was like 6 when he supposed to be the pitch man. Just did. But the icon popped up over his head.
Ball back at the 6 for 2nd and goal off that loss. Here's a handoff testing the middle. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, they get stopped here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
Pass caught. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Now, this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. Nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. The last possession, they came up empty. Went for it.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
It's an out route, the catch made. They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down.
They trap him and sack him back at the 10. And the Nittany Lions bring their punt team onto the field. He boots it away from inside his own end zone. Decides not to fair catch it, but he is tackled immediately. A gutsy move, but didn't produce much. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? And some room to work now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spot.
Bro, ain't nobody going for the
this quarterback from running.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
That was terrible, guys.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. He'll go down right there. Worked his way for a short gain, but not enough for the first down. And the Wolverines move into the red zone. On third down, it's a handoff. Will he score here? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They're set now to try the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's that offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking for his big tight end. And is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Ball handed off. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
On the double. 42 Spider.
Receiver in motion now. That's a design quarterback keeper.
Ah, my
The
fault.
junior able to bring him down quickly. Here we go. Third down. Defense needs a stop here. Trying to force a field goal attempt. On third down, he drops to throw.
Oh,
He dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's
feel
fourth
like I
down.
put it on. What?
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back.
God.
If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, you've now got fourth down.
And out comes the field goal unit. Knocks that one
Well,
right down the
what?
middle. And they add to their lead. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off.
Quarterback, I see that.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Quick pass, the catch is made. It's a nice game. They'll move the football up to the 27.
Watch, you got better than that.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the quarterback dropping back.
Oh, I was on
Looks
the
to the
wrong
left.
guy.
Pass
That's my
caught.
man.
He's found some room at the 45. An explosive play moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 38.
Well, it's one
All
thing
right,
to
here we
hear
go.
about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can.
Oh, that one's picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his second interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time
All right,
plays.
so you got to click on and get up, boy. Click on my boy and get up.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. Off the play fake on first down. Receiver makes the
Dang, I
grab.
thought you were going to make a
The
move.
defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down
Thought you were
behind the
going to
sticks.
move. Hey, break a tackle.
You know
Like
what
anybody else.
separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. The gain is 3 yards, so second and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Okay, my boy, you back ready. Let's go.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Oh, he still ain't ready. Let's see.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Just pounding away for another big gain. Look, you wonder if this defense is big.
You can tell by the way they're tackling. It's been a very impressive performance by this offense and by this running back. You got to believe they're just looking to add to this lead with yet another touchdown.
And he's run out after a big gain. The offense has been set up with a first down and goal. Here's first and goal, a chance to really build this lead before halftime. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
That's a second and goal play for the offense. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
They break the huddle for third down and goal, and they punch it in from the 1. Press coverage now from the secondary. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run.
Wow.
Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
A great stop here by this defense to bring us to fourth down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance to try to get that touchdown.
So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half.
I think I gotta play for
these. So a yard away from the end zone. The offense will go for it here on fourth down. They'll try to run this one in. Touchdown, Michigan. This offense really clicking.
I think they completely caught this defense off guard. Fourth down and goal, I think everybody thinks the quarterback's going to have the ability to run or throw, but instead they run the football in here, and they somehow get this touchdown.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He'll call for the fair catch here. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First down. Looking to throw the football. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Man, you gotta love this if you're defensive.
They got some hot limit pepper wings too.
The quarterback and getting pressure.
Gotta get the Lewis
this time
stuff.
they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Gotta get the Lewis stuff.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And they heave it deep downfield.
Good
And it's
back down.
incomplete. A last gasp pass as time expires in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, guys, one
Wolverines
stop.
will
Bro.
kick
My
this
ball.
away to start the second half.
One stop. One stop. And
He'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. Quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
That sack makes it second down and forever. Here's the throw deep downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the whip.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They'll run it here. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Now it's second down here. Some hard running there through a tackle. And they've got him back there for a loss of 8.
That was a terrible block, 23. Terrible block. Horrible block.
Offensive
block
sets
so
the
bad.
formation. It's third down. Play action fake. Looking to throw.
Oh, I didn't look at it right.
And it's
Oh, I did not look at it right. That's my fault.
right into double coverage.
Wrong person.
Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
And I got
Now, a
hit.
risky call by the
Well,
offensive
back
coordinator,
shoulder.
playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Using his legs on the scramble. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on the football.
How about this defense flying in
Come
there
on,
trying to get
shoulder,
their hat on the
man.
ball? They do, and they're able to
Oh,
bounce on it for a big
first
turnover.
off, wrong person running the route. I forgot to play with it.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Testing the right side here. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Here comes a handoff. And they'll stop him just short.
Yeah, I got one I paid. You got me good lawyer.
Now it's fourth down.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down.
Got me a good
But it
lawyer
does,
on
though,
standby.
give them a much better chance if they decide to go for
I got
this and
Alexander
pick up that
Shannara.
first down.
So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team.
Be Alexander
And it's
Shannara on
good,
standby.
right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. The last possession, they coughed it up, but it only cost them a field goal. The sure hands.
What
It's
y'all
ground.
doing on here? Wolf laying that lumber, boy. Wolf, you laying that lumber, y'all. I laying that lumber, Jack.
Completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Well, Chris, after another sack, these guys are going to be facing another third down and long situation. It seems like that's been the theme in this football game. They cannot stay on schedule offensively, making it very easy for the defense to get after the quarterback when you know he's in a must-throw situation.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
Man, come on,
his way
man.
past tacklers. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, I can't believe they're going for it on fourth down deep in their own territory like this. Usually, you might see this
Go Wolf laying that lumber again over there.
Really risky decision, but it pays off.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Getting set. Here's second down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. Third and short now for the offense for the plus 25. Already in field goal range, but can they convert, keep the drive going? They'll try to run for the first down. The Wolverines pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. He's running out of time here. Running back grabs it on a screen. And the tackle is made. The screen pass there produces a solid gain.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
Running with purpose. Got space looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Wolverines. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. They're going to run it. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And at first down, they go right back to him. Moves the ball up to the 30. No huddle here for the offense. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. The defense setting up to go against this heavy formation. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And moves the ball to the 37 for a first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you get a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Man, when your quarterback
Man,
can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. A quick juke to get free. Tackle made after a big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
But he ain't great.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw.
Come on, 0.
Touchdown,
Penn State.
Let off the shit out.
Impressive thing to me, Chris. I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. And I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Direct snap to the back. And he gets into the end zone to further cut into this lead.
So they decide to run it in on the 2-point conversion, and it turns out to be the right call. Put 2 up on the board.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And looks like the hands team were able to recover the football.
Not all the time.
That's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets